You know, inflation feels like a thief in the night, stealing away the value of your hard-earned cash, and it can be a real burden no matter who you are. It's like everything is getting more expensive all the time. Groceries, gas, you name it. And you know, experts say it's likely to keep happening for a while as well, as long as the government keeps running up a deficit. But there is a possible bright spot: investing in real estate. Owning a house or an apartment can really be a good hedge against inflation because property values, they tend to go up over time along with the cost of living. And that's what exactly I'm going to explain today. As your friendly neighborhood realtor, Bobby Friel, I am here to help you guide through this. And I'll let you know everything that you should know about inflation, its effect on you, and how investing in real estate can be so beneficial. Let's do this. So what the heck is inflation and how does it really impact you? Well, imagine you go to the store every month with the same amount of cash, but lately you keep coming home with fewer groceries. That's inflation in action, and you're seeing that every month. It's like a slow leak of your wallet, making your money worth less every single day. Inflation can be like a stealing thief, stealing your buying power that you've saved up in cash. And that nest egg that you've been building may not stretch as far as you've hoped for in the past because of climbing prices. So what the heck do you do? Of course, keeping that money underneath your mattress might seem safe, but with inflation, it's of course just losing value month over month. That's why looking for other ways to invest your money can definitely be a smart move. It's like putting your money to work for you, hopefully earning a return that outpaces inflation. So where is a good place to invest your money to hedge or protect yourself from the impacts of inflation? And now here's where real estate comes in. Unlike stocks that can jump around, real estate, like houses and apartments, they tend to steadily go up in value over time, be it small chunks year over year in a perfect world. So think of it this way. Imagine you buy a house for, let's say, $100,000. A few years later, inflation pushes that price up by 10% of everything. So that same house that you bought would be worth $110,000. Now that's a nice chunk of change that you wouldn't have had if you kept your money in the bank. And real estate just isn't about protecting your money. It can actually make you some as well. Because obviously if you rent out your house or apartment, you can bring in a steady stream of income every month. So ideally, not only are you keeping up with inflation, you're actually potentially coming out ahead with that cash flow. That way, even groceries that cost a little bit more, you have that extra cash to cover it. All right, so now how do you actually start to invest in real estate? Obviously, there's a tons of ways to do it, just like anything else. But what I recommend are 3 basic and main approaches for people who are just starting out or who are looking to step up their investment game. I can also help you figure out which option is best to fit your wallet and, of course, those goals, long-term and short-term. So if you contact me, just check out the link in the description of the video below. That will give you a direct link for my calendar, and that way you can book a visit that jives with your availability as well. So first up, invest in your own home. Now, if you already own a home or an apartment, you're already winning in the inflation fight because homes tend to go up in value over time, keeping pace with inflation. Plus, if you have a mortgage, you likely locked it into a fixed monthly payment for years to come. Now, saving for that down payment can seem a bit like a mountain to climb, but there are ways to make it way more manageable. And hey, we can help you navigate the whole home buying process as well. So now, whether you're a homeowner or renting, please listen up to the following information. This is a great time to start thinking about buying an investment property. Now, these can be broadly split into 2 categories: long-term rentals and short-term rentals. Of course, long-term rentals are just like they sound. You rent out a place like a home, a house, an apartment, what have you, to someone for a longer period of time, typically a year or so. The tenant brings their own furniture and makes it their home. Now, here's the beauty of long-term rentals. People got to live somewhere, of course. So, even in shaky economic times like high inflation, there is a good chance that you'll get steady income from rent. Now, of course, you'll have to factor in costs like maintenance, repairs, taxes, and insurance. But if you choose your property wisely, the rent should cover all of those expenses. And you'll still benefit from the property going up in value over time. Short-term rentals are more like hotels. People rent them out for short stays, usually less than a month. Now, you'd furnish the place yourself, and you might even list it on websites like Airbnb. Short-term rentals can potentially make you more money than long-term ones, but you pretty much become a landlord on a day-over-day basis. It's not just the real estate business anymore, it's also the hospitality business too. Now, done right, short-term rentals can fight inflation and bring a nice chunk of change. I ran one for a few years and it was spectacular. And if you're interested in exploring either short-term or long-term rentals, give us a shout. And with mortgage rates expected to stay up and elevated, the sooner that you start, the better your returns will be. Real estate is a powerful tool to build wealth and protect yourself from inflation. Let Just Live in Realty be your partner in this fight. We'll help you find the perfect property to fit your goals and budget. So contact us today. Together we can make inflation our past and not our present. As mentioned, the link in the description or the top pinned comment will have a direct link to our calendar. That way you can pick a time that correlates with your availability. And as always, get out and enjoy our great Colorado sunny days. Stay sweet.